Oh look, it's you guys again, and wait, it's me again. That can only mean one thing. What's up guys, my name's Danny Butt, welcome back to another most amazing top 10 video. This is the channel where we take all kinds of weird and wonderful things from all around the world and put them into a nice little top 10 list so you guys don't have to. And today, we've got the top 10 pictures that can't be explained, part 3. I told you guys in the last video that there's a hell of a lot of inexplicable pictures out there on the internet, and we're going to prove it even harder in this video because you guys seem to like it so much. So please try and help me figure these pictures out as we jump right into our number 10, which is another fish and bread picture. If you don't know what I mean by fish and bread picture, well, we had this picture in our part 2, and I thought this guy was a one of a kind, but no, apparently he's part of the same club as these guys, although they seem to have taken this bizarre ritual to the extreme. If anyone can explain to me even one part of this picture, then you're more clever than I'll ever be. In order, I want to understand the cucumber, the fish, the bread, and then the milk. Also, bonus points if you guys can tell me why those two are sharing a cucumber. If you guys can't explain that just like I can't, then we should probably move straight on to our next picture at number 9, which involves muscles, high heels, and guns. What did I tell you? We've got a very muscly man who is dressed in what looks like a one-piece bikini, wearing high heels, and pushing a kid in a wheelchair who is wearing a golden hat, golden glasses, and wielding 2 guns. Why? Who knows? The kid looks happy though, and the guy looks kinda mad, so maybe he lost a dare? Either that or the boy is actually a new part of the military whose main objective is to surprise the hell out of the enemy. It must be that because it surprised the hell out of me. So let's talk about our number 8, which I'm calling the human bird feeder. Anyone who's been around seagulls know they go mad for a little bit of bread, so imagine their reaction when they saw this guy who is covered with what looks like at least 5 loads of the stuff, and for what reason? I bet if they weren't so shocked by it they would actually tear this guy apart. Maybe that's what he wants though. Maybe this is some kind of crazy suicide attempt? Death by seagull? Part of me hopes he doesn't get mauled to death by seagulls, and then maybe he can come and explain to us what the hell is going on in this picture. But until then, we gotta jump into our number 7, which is a fox at an ATM. Now, if there's something stranger than a fox in a lineup for cash, it's people not finding a fox lining up for cash all that strange. Don't get me wrong, I know foxes are smart animals, I just didn't know they had any concept of money or social practices like queuing up for stuff. But these people are so unfazed by it all that they even let the fox go before them. Even the kid isn't interested. Personally, I wish I could have seen what happens a few minutes later when it's the fox's turn to get money out, although I don't know if it would help explaining anything. Guys, if you thought things were gonna get easier to explain, well, I'm very sorry to disappoint you, because our number 6 is 2 old jockeys. Judging by the look of the pavement and the buildings, I'm pretty confident that this picture is from the UK, but that's as much as I can tell you about it. The woman is riding a motorised scooter, which is pretty normal, but she's pulling her husband in tow on what I think is an old rocking horse. Neither of them look like this is anything out of the ordinary, it's just so strange. My favourite bit is that the man has a whip. Why does the man have a whip? A, it's not a real horse, and B, he's being pulled by his wife anyway. I can't even call the country where this picture is from weird because it's from the UK, and if that's weird then so am I, and I don't really want to think about how weird I am, so let's jump right into our number 5, which is fire. Seriously, these guys are on fire. Why are their dicks on fire? This picture brings a whole new meaning to the Kings of Leon song Sex on Fire. So can any of you guys tell me what possible reason they would have for setting fire to themselves and just sitting casually there like it's their usual Friday night routine? Maybe they're gonna compare the size of each other's flames? I don't know guys, I'm trying to defend these people who set fire to their genitals, but the truth is, there is no reasonable explanation for this, it's just straight up weird. Don't try that at home guys, in fact don't try it anywhere at all. Doing something like that will get you nowhere in life, it will only land you on a list like this. Speaking of this list, we've got a sick orangutan in at number 4. When I say sick, I don't mean it in the good way, I mean this orangutan is actually vomiting. Why? We don't know. Why is he wearing a t-shirt? We don't know. Who is the man comforting him? We know who he is. Just kidding, it's a mystery. I know you guys want answers though, so I'm gonna guess that the orangutan is used to doing human things because he's wearing a t-shirt, so maybe he also copied humans by eating and drinking too much. Or maybe he saw how us humans really live and found our lifestyle sickening and thinks we should return to a life in the trees. Or maybe it's just an orangutan throwing up against a wall. Yeah, maybe we should just leave this picture how we found it, totally unexplained, as we move into our number 3, which I'm calling Klingon Dwarf. For those of you who don't know who the Klingons are, they're a Star Trek alien race that look like this, but in this picture we seem to have a genuine Klingon dwarf. Now, logic and experience tell me this can't be true, but my god, is that makeup or mask pretty convincing. His friend doesn't seem as amazed though, he seems more interested in his bong. Perhaps he's wondering how high you have to get to start seeing a Klingon dwarf. My guess is very. My theory falls flat though by the fact that we can see this Klingon dwarf ourselves, which makes this whole scene one hell of an unexplainable picture. Number 2 now guys, and have you ever wondered what it would be like to dive into a toilet? Well, wonder no more because this guy has all the answers. I say dive, but really you actually have to fit down a toilet to call it diving, and clearly this man does not. Even painting himself like a rainbow didn't help, although it makes for one hell of a photo. I don't know what would possess someone to take a picture like this, and I just really want to know what the rainbow means. Before you think that looking like a rainbow is the only thing stopping you from diving into the magical world of your toilet, take a look at this guy's face. It's the red face of a man who has been in that position for quite a while without any success. Some say he's still there to this day, but I say we've almost reached the end of this video, and so far we've seen more fish bred men, we've seen foxes at ATMs, we've even seen Klingon dwarfs, but our number 1 packs more unexplainable things into one picture than all the previous ones combined, and I'm just going to call it Oompa Loompa. As you can see, the Oompa Loompas make up only a fraction of the WTF in this image. The only normal looking person in this picture is the paramedic who is putting what I think is a man dressed in drag into the back of an ambulance. I don't know what the patient is suffering from, although having an ass for a stomach is probably pretty high up there. Whatever it is though, the Oompa Loompas seem very concerned. The one nearest the camera is using one hand to comfort the patient, and the other hand he's either holding up in surprise or he's counting how many times this has happened. Either way, in the background there are 2 giant bunnies that are distraught about the whole scene. I think the one that has his hands on his face in shock is the one to blame for this scene. I've cracked it guys, the bunny rabbit accidentally turned the man's stomach into an ass for the 5th time, and the Oompa Loompas want to cure it. Yeah, you know when you say a sentence like that, it's time to wrap things up. But anyway guys, let me know which one of these was your favourite. Also, if you can explain any of the pictures at all, then please do, because I'm just going mad. I'm actually going mad with them, seriously. Alright guys, thanks for watching this most amazing top 10. Be sure to hit subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all the latest videos we have on the channel. We're doing 1 a day, so you can't afford to miss out. There's also 2 floating over there if you want one right now. In the meantime, thanks for watching most amazing top 10. My name's Danny Burke, and I'll see you very soon.